Welcome back.
Welcome back.
To Who's the Bitch?
And is the bitch yourself? We don't know. We don't know yet until you tell us the situation.
Yeah, but it probably is.
Yeah.
You probably all are a little bit of a bitch waiting to come out.
I think this is good because, again, 2025, I was trying to be 25% more of a bitch. This year,
2026.
I just upped it to 36. I think that I just went
Whoa,
from
that was
25
a
last
jump.
year to 36.
You've got to watch out. You're going to be 100% bitch soon.
Uh-oh.
This is like steroids. I think you're taking too many.
You think so? Is this you trying to talk me down of, I wish you would step back from that bitch
my
ledge.
friend.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'll never step back from it. I'm jumping right off, babies. But who else is jumping right off of it today?
Oh my gosh. Well, on this show, we love nothing more than an update.
And we love an update.
Today, we have an update from one of our most legendary BITCHathon call-ins, which was a caller named Danny who called in to let us know that they had their mother-in-law came into town for their wedding, but was on a GLP-1 that was causing some of the shits.
And just a lot of errant shits were happening.
Shit in the back seat of their car, shit all over their couch.
Yep, went through her clothes.
Or the day before their wedding, basically. So it was like a shitty mother-in-law story of a different color, if you will. It's not the usual.
She literally knew the shit was on her clothes when she went from the car and sat on their couch, looking for the clothes to change into from the clothes.
It literally sounds like some kind of Benny Hill sketch or something like that when we were hearing about it. So you guys can, I'm sorry, I don't remember which BITCHathon this was, but you can head back in history if you want to get the full thing. But we got an email from Danny giving us an update, and I'm loving it. Hello, bitchy babes. This is Danny with a long overdue follow-up on my mom-in-law's poopsident from the holiday BITCHathon. Okay, holiday BITCHathon. There we go. She told us. My husband and I spent almost a week at my in-laws for Christmas, and I'm happy to say there were no situations.
Wow. This is big for us, guys.
I did not. Wait, I think she was on our first holiday BITCHathon. Because she's saying that our second holiday, but by the time the second holidays rolled around, everything was okay. I did not even witness an urgent bathroom run. She also apologized for blowing up my bathroom on my wedding day. Thank God. From what my husband has pieced together, she seems to have decreased her dosage or changed to a less intense GLP-1. However, she is very much a don't disclose my health status boomer, so this is somewhat conjecture. And I'm sure she would love to hear that you're talking about this on a podcast.
Oh my God. Especially, when we were doing it live. Oh gosh, just my everything.
Yes. On a semi-related note, my in-laws have been talking about moving into an independent living community in the next couple of years since they might need to downsize / have more support for their respective health issues. This would be closer to where we are, which could risk future poopsidents. However, I'd hope this means there will be immediate intervention if the runs return, right? Love you, ladies, and hoping this is the last time I have to write you about familial fecal matters, Danny. Obsessed. I love it.
Familial fecal matters. Is that just Urkel covered in his own shit?
As days go by.
Can you find me a toilet, please? Oh, please.
I always went, but that's Full House. But I think it's the same guy who wrote
I'm pretty sure.
Oh my God. Anyway, Danny, thank you for the poop date. We love it.
Thank you.
Jackie, give me some unsolicited advice. Tell me what's going on in the world that's making you annoyed.
Oh, you want to know what's annoying me?
I want to know.
You want to hear about what's my bitchuation today. Now, for those of you, this, of course, we're in the time machine here, and I have been currently dealing with in my IRL the fact that Book Talk has found out that the phrase "hot girls read" has been trademarked. And for those that don't know, if you're not in the bookish community like I am, I mean, everybody check out Romanticy Deep Dives. We definitely, please give us a follow over on, Insta, wherever it follows you, over on the YouTubes. But in the bookish community, lots of people have merchandise that say "Hot Girls Read" on it. So this small company decided, and they have merch, they decided to trademark the name, and then they are sending out thousands of cease and desists. So it's not even just they trademarked it. They are going after all small businesses that have used the phrase hot girls read. And also, this is a separate story, the word astrocartography has also been trademarked at the same time, which is just the word describing the mapping of the stars. And now you can't say it anymore. And you can't have it linked to anything. And you can't say hot girls read. I just owed them $50. I imagine it's probably more than $50. I don't know.
It's saying it either. I think it's profiting from it.
It's profiting and it's putting on merchandise. I know that. But still, get out of here. You are being a huge, raging bitch.
You're saying small company, but it's a small company with deep pockets. You don't have the money to do this kind of thing unless you've got family money or something.
It's all money.
To pay for it, because this is a direct result of our administration turning the trademark office or the patent office or whatever it's called.
It's a free-for-all.
Into get your money. Hot girls read is like a sentence. It's not like it's it's not like it's the Wizinator, this invention I made up. Like, you know what I mean?
Honestly,
it's like,
Kara, it makes me think of what we get your balls up. Makes me think of
woman-owned.
Woman-owned.
Someone trademarked the phrase woman-owned.
And I feel like, is this really how people think that they get ahead in 2026? Like, is this what we've come to?
And also, like, if I have a company where I'm going to try to write woman-owned on the product, but I can't, or I don't want to pay this trademark or whatever, can I write like lady loved, or like can I be like owned by broads? I mean, like we're gonna have to start using different language
for sure.
It's just like the commodification of language and being able to make money off of of like a sentence or a word that is just a word in the. You didn't invent it. I think you should only be able to trademark words that you like came up with.
That's why it goes to show that this is literally just a money issue, that someone came in and was like, I've got the money to do this. I've got the money to pay the lawyers to have this be done. And now I've got the money, because it costs money to have lawyers go after and go find
to even
companies.
File it, I think, and then to do the cease and desist.
And people, and like many, on Book Talk, many small businesses are already receiving the cease and desist. Like, it is out the gate. So
I think you guys literally, as a Book Talk, as like a book community, should cancel the phrase. Make it so they don't make another fucking dime from it.
Well, don't worry. The Book Talk community, because that's the thing, is that it is still, it's like everyone now, they had to shut comments off of everything that they had because people were just like, and like losing their minds about it, because it is such a bitchy, money grubby thing to do. Yuck. Get out of here. That is the opposite of what, and I know that, of course, it is still capitalism, but in my brain, I like Book Talk because it is like, we love books and like romanticy and we like supporting each other. And it is a beautiful, it's why I like to go to these conventions. It's why I like to go to the balls. And not the buzz balls, but I'll go to the buzz balls. I like doing all these things because of how supportive and beautiful the community is. And then shit like this happens.
Yeah, it's like, it's such a thing of our time, because like phrases from the 80s were not being like, right? Like nobody was like, oh, I'm trademarking gag me with a spoon.
No.
I'm trademarking cowabunga. You know what I mean? Or whatever. Like, you know, I think people could easily say that the phrase as if was popularized by Clueless and Cher.
That's what it is.
But they have not.
I was looking through,
it.
I'm sorry not to immediately jude over to this, but like I was looking into the crazy things that the Kardashians have trademarked, because Kylie Jenner, that's what it was. She tried to trademark the phrase rise and shine because she was saying rise and shine. Like she was saying that in the morning of her like posts about her makeup. They have trademarked the word momager, and they have also trademarked the word kimono because the name Kim is in kimono.
No.
And she was, because originally Skims was going to be called kimono, and everyone's like, you can't call it that. And so she changed it to
So if a company is Japanese that's going to sell kimonos,
they
have to pay Kim Kardashian money? No.
And doesn't she deserve it?
I'm going to throw up. We got to move on. This is like a level of bitch I cannot handle. I'm getting so mad.
Okay, I'm sorry. Excuse me. She attempted to trademark kimono.
Oh,
she
yeah,
was
she
not allowed
didn't.
to, which is
No.
why she was not allowed to.
What a
I'm sorry.
stupid
I
bitch.
am. But they did trademark all of like their children's names, including.
Sure, that's what I'm saying. Like, you invented that
the
name pretty much.
I guess.
Like the name the name Chicago, whatever, West
North
is
Saint,
probably
together.
There probably is not another person with that exact name. And you're trademarking that. I understand that. It's like astrocartography, like a study of something. Like
How can you trademark
How can you
that?
Can you trademark the word astronomy? Like, I'm confused. I don't understand. But fuck these people. Everybody's rich and everybody's trying to get rich, and our freaking government is enabling
And
it.
yet, most of us are
broke.
Oh, we're broke, babies. But don't worry. Some people are out there just trademarking whatever they want to trademark.
Yeah, like fucking change Hot Girls Read to something else and don't ever let those people see another bit of money. They suck.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank
and so
you.
all of us, we're not giving them any money.
And they probably weren't even the first ones. It's like, even if you were the first one, maybe you'd have like a little leg to stand on, but I still don't think you do.
No, everyone has been using the phrase "hot girls read," and also there's been such a comeuppance in like my sister had a great like a thing hanging from her rear view mirror that said "hot girls hit curbs," and I was like, I love that shit. I like this stupid. It's like hot girls have tummy problems. I like all that stupid shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they love that. They love to ruin things, don't they?
They love it. Okay, let's get to our solicited advice.
Okay.
Jackie.
Okay.
Can you please read the first email?
Yes, sorry, that is the
Oh, and I did put the
follow-up.
subject because I thought it was funny.
Okay. Subject. Area nerd sent into rage by hairdresser's flakiness. Hello, ladies. Long-time listener, first-time caller, emailer, and I love you both so much. I, much like Jackie, am trying to up my bitch. Hence this email. Okay, let's get into it. Will I be the bitch if I ghost my hairdresser? I've been seeing the same chick for almost 3 years. She gave me my first shag haircut. Oh my God, bitch, yes. And for the most part, I've been pretty psyched with my hair. She did my hair for my wedding in 2024. Yada, yada, you get the gist. Here's the problem. She's flaky as fuck. I am generally a pretty busy person between my job, family, and friends, and I usually end up needing to plan for things a couple of weeks in advance. After a long history of being that late asshole everywhere I go, I've cleaned up my act, but don't usually get super bothered if people are late to meet me, since I've been there and I just enjoy not being the late one. Here's the thing. Every time I have seen her, she has asked me to come in like 30 minutes later than our designated appointment time. The worst was a couple of months ago when she pushed back our appointment time 3 times, and I ended up needing to come in an hour and a half later than we'd agreed upon. Most recently, she had to reschedule because she had given me the appointment time on her birthday, which, like, I don't know how that even happens, but whatever. So she scheduled me for another full appointment a month out and a bang trim in the interim, which I was cool with. Well, on the day of the bang trim, I check in with her and she hits me with a, dude, today got really busy. Can we do a different day? Could you come in Sunday? Reader, I could not come in on Sunday because I had plans. She then followed up to let me know she'd forgotten to put me on the schedule. To her credit, she made some space and got me in when I was free the next day, Saturday, and thereby probably fucking someone else over, which also doesn't feel great, but like, what the fuck? I can't say for sure, but sometimes it really feels like I'm getting shafted because I'm not one of her legion of regionally Instagram famous cool girls. Ooh. I, by contrast, am an awkward little weirdo who hisses at the internet. But awkward weirdos need haircuts too. I've been hella accommodating and try to be chill, but it's at the point where this infuriates me too much. I don't feel like I should be this mad, but I am. So, my question, am I the bitch if I just ghost, cancel my appointment, and flee? Do I owe her an explanation if I end up finding someone else and going elsewhere? She just texted me again to reschedule the rescheduled appointment. And even though I calmed down from the last time I was filled with a rage, which to me suggests maybe I'm being an inflexible bitch, or is she the bitch for being mad unprofessional? I mean, we live in a society, right? I feel like there's a good chance I should probably just text her and tell her how I feel, but ew, gross, it feels awkward. Maybe I am the bitch and that I'm being a little bitchy. The possibilities are endless. Cheers to bitchery, SL.
So we've had another call a long time ago or email a while ago that was like, I've been cheating on my hairdresser. Didn't we talk about this?
Yes, we did.
This is a different thing because I think that this could actually account for a lot of different things in your life. Get the fuck out of there.
Get out of there.
You don't owe her a word of anything. This is a person who does not value your time.
You hire her for a job.
I get my hair done specifically, usually, because I got to get my hair like re-highlighted.
Right.
I don't get it cut like, maybe once a year, if that. But like the highlights, everything like that, it's like I'm doing that usually in conjunction with an event or something I want to be at where I want my hair to look its best.
Of course, you need it done.
So you're not gonna just move me around over and over, and she's doing that because you've let her get away with it.
Because you've let her get away with it.
And that's not your fault.
No.
Because you've been, you're talking,
that bitch.
Yes, and you're talking about her like she's your friend or something. You guys are not friends.
You hired her
for a service, and she is constantly acting very unprofessional. I don't think you need to tell her why. I think you literally
she should know why at this point.
Flee, and if she calls you or texts you or whatever and goes, "Hey, I haven't seen you in like a year. What's going on?" You go, "Yeah, sorry, I need a hairdresser that's going to actually fit me in
with my schedule.
when I make an appointment."
Yes.
That's it. It's called an appointment. Like
the birthday thing, that would have sent me. Like that's like where you're
oh my God.
Did you not realize it? It's like
also, how old are you? You can't work on your birthday? I don't know.
You just get your work done.
I
get the work done.
really like
just get the work done.
When people,
and or if you had plans on your birthday, say you can't. It's like that day is scheduled. Like it's just in conjunction with always doing this over and over again. And Carrie, you're so right. It's because you haven't yelled at her yet. It's because you haven't been like,
you're
no.
being easy, and she knows you're like a little weirdo, whatever.
You're
a shy little weirdo or hisses at the internet, and that you're probably not going to say anything. You don't have to say anything. Get out of there. Find a new hairdresser and enjoy your life. Because also, rescheduling the reschedule, it's like if I have a friend that I've already rescheduled on like once or twice and somebody's like, "Hey, do you want to do this?" I'm like, I cannot reschedule on this friend again.
Yes.
And that's a friend.
Yes.
So if you have like a person in your business that you've already rescheduled on and fucked around with a bunch of times, if you're really taking them seriously, you would never call
do it again.
and ask them and do it again.
No, you would never do that again.
And she can hang out with her regionally famous Instagram people and
enjoy, I guess. And it's like you can get a great shag haircut elsewhere. It's times like this when the line gets blurred in certain, I feel, fields because it feels so personable. And it feels so it's like we are friends because someone is talking and you're getting to know each other. And I get
hairdresser. I think she's great, but she would never do this. The most she's done is gone, they have somebody text me and go, "She's running 10 minutes behind." That's the most, and I'm fine with that.
But it's professional. But this is also why I'll throw this out there, and I know that this is not the case in this, but as someone that has dealt with this, it is why I have friends that do hair and makeup, and I don't usually hire them. And it's usually because if it's a friend, they're like, "Oh, I'll move you into," and they're like, "I need it done when I need it done." So now I just hire, don't do me a favor. I don't want to, I just want it done. I just need it to be done. And so
you're like, you actually are like, you're like, I'm just like a busy person and I just really like to schedule things. Yeah, that's like the
you're
world.
You're a human being.
Yeah, that's like most people. This hairdresser's like living on another planet.
Yeah.
A bitchy planet where hairdressers can cut your hair whenever like their aura is lined up, their chakras are aligned. I don't know what the hell this person thinks, but this is making me very mad. And I think that goes the same for like your dog walker, your lawn guy, like anybody that you've hired for a service. It's like if you're paying them and they're constantly taking advantage of your kindness, bye.
Yes.
That's how business works. We've had a lot of people write in and go, "What should I do about this person this professional person in my life that's like acting unprofessional?" You stop doing business with them. That's the laws of business.
And it's not ghosting them.
Yeah.
I think it's also, we have to change where it's like, if it's a relationship, it's a personal relationship.
Right.
It's not. You're just
Hairdresser
not hiring
feels
them
like
anymore.
that way. It's
I
like,
know.
because you sit for an hour and a half,
And you
sometimes
get to know
3
them.
hours, and you chit chat and you know about their lives and they know about yours, but you're not ghosting because it's not your friend. It's a business.
You're just not hiring them anymore.
If they were your friend, they'd be treating you as a bad friend. And I would say also get out of that relationship.
Get out of that. Yes. And I think that it is, I think we get so hung up on that idea of, you're right, if it was a friend, we generally here don't promote ghosting, but this isn't. This is just not hiring them, again, because they're not doing their job.
Yeah.
Which is being available when you schedule your appointment.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. And I understand though, and I appreciate that you see it in me as someone that tries to up that bitch, because I also am the one that like, why do you think, again, I don't go to friends that are hairstylists either, not because they don't do an amazing job, but because like, they'll be like, you don't want it like this. Let me do it like this. And I'll be like, okay, you're right. Yep. And then I leave and I'm crying because I felt too bad to say anything.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's why I'd rather just pay for it and be like, no, actually, that's not what I want. And I know that I can say that because I'm paying for the situation.
And when you're in the chair at your new found hairstylist,
oh my God, let us know.
Maybe they'll ask you like, oh, why did you leave your last one? Or it could casually get worked into conversation like, yeah, she was just constantly canceling on me, rescheduling, so that your new hairstylist knows. Like, you don't take that shit.
Yes. Or maybe even just, sprinkling it in as you guys get to know each other.
Yeah, like my last hairstylist did this shag, blah, blah, blah. Like, you're obviously going to talk about the last, the cut.
Yes.
And then be like, I had to stop going to her because she was just like never doing, like keeping our appointments.
Yes.
No, I literally got rid of a therapist for that reason. She kept forgetting what I did for a living. Like one time she literally suggested that Jared and I, for a date, go to a comedy night. Mm-hmm. And I go,
why?
You know, we're comedians, right? And she goes, that's right. That's right. And I was like,
you're bad at this.
It's weird.
And then you're bad at this if you don't know that.
And then 2 or 3 times she scheduled me at the same time as somebody, or forgot that I had canceled and was like, where are you? And I was like, I'm done. Like after, it was like so many things. I was like, I think our time has come to an end.
Yeah. And it's good to know, but it's good that we understand where our boundaries lie. Yeah. And you're never going to get put in this situation ever again. All right. As far as we're concerned.
It's very disrespectful, and it's a disrespecting of your time. And
that's really, honestly, it's always the phrase disrespectful of my time. That is something that I use often. I really cannot handle people. And I'm not like, I'm not like a stickler about it. People are late, people are running late. I'm exactly the same way. But at a point, it's disrespectful of your time. And the second it gets disrespectful of my time, the boundary's been crossed. So, we support you, babe.
Yes. Show us a picture of that new haircut from your new stylist.
Yes, bitch.
Let's listen to our first voicemail.
Okay.
Thank you for calling. Who's the bitch? Tell us in the voicemail who's the bitch. Beep.
Hi, ladies. I love you both so much. It's my second time calling. But the first situation was very different. So, this is what's going on. My partner and I both have pretty serious health problems that are life-changing. And my best friend is an incredibly kind and lovely and generous and thoughtful person. However, she's very woo-woo, which is fine. I'm a little bit woo-woo. I like the occasional crystal or whatever.
I get you, bitch.
But she is very woo-woo.
Okay.
Everything is a spiritual lesson. Every license plate has a message. And she, not long ago, got her certification as like a master Reiki practitioner. So this is the problem. Anytime something goes wrong in my life, if my cat is sick, if I'm sick, if my partner's illness is having a flare-up, it doesn't matter what the situation is, her solution is always, I'll do Reiki for you. I'll do Reiki about it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm sorry for everyone that is into Reiki, but I just don't believe in Reiki. I don't. I'm sorry. And I'm just wondering if I'm the bitch because it takes everything in my power not to roll my eyes at her and say, you could also do nothing at all whenever she offers to do Reiki or distance Reiki or any of that stuff. And I would really wish that she would offer something a little more practical in times of when I need the help, Yeah. Is she the bitch because everything has to be about Reiki now? All the time, everything. And anytime I had come to her with a personal problem or something that's upsetting me, I see her immediately looking for a lesson in it. And the solution is always Reiki, Reiki, Reiki. It just, the whole thing kind of makes me crazy. And sometimes I'm just can you just come over and have a fucking normal conversation with me? It doesn't have to be about fixing my problems with your fake energy healing. I mean, I know I'm the bitch for saying that, but maybe neither of us are the bitch. I don't know. It's just I don't know how to talk to her about it. And it's a thing where I really don't want to hurt her feelings.
I get it.
Anyway, thank you. Love your podcast so much. Love you both.
My God.
I for anyone that watches, if you watch the full video, if you just watch my face, the more that this poor person talked about Reiki, I've been subject to Reiki in my life as well.
I haven't directly. It came into my life, I think, mostly because Jax from Vanderpump Rules got a Reiki healer on the show, which then I think he started cheating on his girlfriend with. But
where the energy flows, you gotta goes,
To just Google it and to read the Wikipedia, Reiki is used as an illustrative example of pseudoscience, which means a science that is not corroborated by any physical or any actual evidence. That said, I do believe in a little bit of energy with it and mental, I think that there are things you can do. I'm one of these people that thinks that if you are in a serious period of grief, if you are in a serious period of stress, it can physically manifest into your body as sickness or whatever, right?
Definitely
I'm
can.
also hey, if yoga clears your mind, if Reiki clears your mind and brings you joy and makes you feel hopeful for the future, great.
Good for you.
But it is not for me a something that replaces real science. It's not. It's just also I'm very skeptical of anything where a person can become quote unquote a master
of it.
In what says 1 to 2 weekends and it's $100. That's how you become a master. You're not a master of anything after 2 weekends and $100.
And $100. You're really not.
Maybe you're a master of jerking off in a cheap motel. If you do it for 2 weekends in a row, you are a jerk off master.
I think that you are where I think the caller can take what you were just saying and apply it. I think that a way in which you can talk to them, and I am saying this as someone that has tried to, I'm going to say, remove the Reiki from my life as someone that has dealt with, I'm going to say, Reiki masters that are certainly preying upon people. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that is of all Reiki masters. I'm just saying I have dealt with one, and it certainly seemed like a pseudoscience what this person was doing. And I will throw it out there that with all of these, and I'm talking and including crystals, I'm including most woo-woo stuff, with a lot of it, you gotta kind of believe in it for it to work for you. And I feel like this is a way that you can go about it with your friend of I really appreciate that this works for you, and I'm so happy that this works for you. We support you. We don't believe in the flow of energy healing our bodies. We appreciate your offer, but I feel like if we don't believe, it's not going to fully work. And I think it's rather than being you're fucking weird for being a Reiki master now. And no, we have serious health problems. And no, I don't think that you're gonna over my clothes boop the issues away. And I think that there is a nice way to say of like, put it on yourself rather than on her of, I don't believe in it and I don't want to waste your time.
Yeah. And in a way that's okay. Very like, in a way that's like very not mean, but also firm. Like there's no possibility of you believing it.
I do not believe in it.
Because you don't want her to think that, well, if I could just explain a little bit more to you, like it really, you're like, no. It's simply the same as being like Jewish or agnostic and someone coming into your house and telling you, but Jesus says, but what about Jesus? Like, you're like, I just don't believe in that.
I just don't believe in it.
To me, it's similar. And I think to just say, hey, I've like so appreciated all your support. I think right now for me, I am finding actually a lot of solace. And you weren't specific about like what your medical issues are. And I'm so sorry that you're not well. But like for me, I'm really kind of relying on what doctors are telling me, what lab results are saying, what papers have been written about my issue or whatever. And that's kind of where I'm leaning right now. So I just like, I don't think it's like, so I agree. Like, I don't want to waste your time. Like, but this is just, I think it's like a nice little one-on-one conversation where you're like, hey, listen, I'm so glad this is something that you're into. It's just not for me. And it does seem like it's what you're bringing up all the time. Is it like an MLM? Do you need to like get other people into it? Like, why is she bringing it up so much?
I mean, you need other people to be able to do the Reiki on. You know, it's like it kind of. I don't think it's an MLM.
Is it like It Follows, where you can find someone else for her to do Reiki on, and then she'll go away from you?
Send them that way. Like,
I've never even seen that movie. I just like kind of know the premise.
Yes, I mean it is. You know, a little bit. It in the same way though. Unfortunately, sometimes drawing these boundaries have to be done a couple of times, and this is. I'm going to say as a confession, and this is very rude, but I do have a couple of friends that I finally had to start referring to the crystals as their rocks. And I know that that is very inappropriate to people that believe in the power of crystals, but I just was like, the rock's not bringing my dad back, and I really don't like the rock in my pocket is not changing this right now. And I just like it really like you get to that point where I was like I appreciate it. It's just I see it as rocks, like they're really cool and they're really cool geodes. Yeah, I understand. It's just not. And sometimes we get pushed to that point, and you don't want to get pushed to that point of calling rocks or being like your floaty hands over, you know, it's like you don't want to be disparaging because she believes in it. And that's okay for her to believe in. Yeah. But don't put that on my shit.
And I think also like this is what she believes in and this is what she believes helps, okay? You disagree. So I think what you need to do is offer her alternatives of ways she can help.
She can help,
like,
exactly.
Hey, it would be so great for me if you could like come to my house and like help me put away my laundry. I don't know what your physical,
what you need help
I don't know what your physical like
ailments
are right now, but like whatever, something like, hey, would you just be able to come over and like help me water my garden? Whatever you need, so that she has a specific task.
That's a really good idea.
And it's not just you. It's like when you tell little kids don't do something, you have to tell them what they can do. So you're like, stop touching my jewelry. Why don't you play with the pillow on the bed? You know what I mean? Like, why don't you like give her, but I think also just the conversation of saying like,
I don't believe in it. And I do, because like also she's your bestie. And even the way you were talking about her, kind, generous, like you were saying all these wonderful things. She believes that she can help you with her energy. And that is a beautiful thing to believe.
Yeah, but I think like hopefully once she gets that convo from you, she's going to stop offering distance Reiki. And that's the craziest thing I've ever heard, distance Reiki.
I just did it to you.
The whole thing is putting your hands on someone's body, so I don't understand how it could be done at a distance.
It's floating above it.
Well, whatever. It's energy in proximity. It's not over the internet.
No, it's not
over Zoom.
It's not through Zoom.
Zoom, I don't think, is part of an ancient Japanese pseudoscience. But listen, we're skeptical here. If you're like getting offended and about to write a comment, go for it.
We just don't believe. I believe in acupuncture.
I believe in a lot of woo-woo stuff.
See, and I believe in in lots of facets of woo-woo stuff. And I like to believe in certain facets of woo-woo stuff. So I'm not over here just being like, this is a stupid bit. Like, I get it. We all have our different theories.
Yeah. And if you're like, Reiki changed my life, it changed my positivity and how I think about the world. I'm never going to tell you that that's not your experience. I just am more on the side of the caller being like, I don't believe in that kind of stuff.
No, and I've met a Reiki master grifter before.
Yeah.
So,
and if I was sick and I was like, not and in the middle of sort of like a flare up or like what something was happening and all this person was doing was like pushing their like essentially religion on me, I would be annoyed. And so I think a calm conversation just being like, I kind of know that one of the tenets of this is that you have to believe in it. And I just really don't. I support you. I think it's so great. It's been helpful for you. But for me, I think I need to just kind of like close the door on our conversations about Reiki. Like for me, like it's not me and my partner. We do not want to participate in that, but like we love you so much. And like,
and good for you.
I would absolutely love it if you could come over next week and we could just watch a TV show together and drink coffee and do whatever is going to make you feel better.
It's similar to how when you're in a relationship and you say solution or it's like solution or support, and it like when you go to a partner and say I'd like support from this. I'm not looking for a solution.
Yes,
you're not looking for solutions from her.
And maybe
either.
that's like a little bit why she's feeling like you are. Like you could say that to her exactly. Like, hey, I just want you to like be with me. I just want you to support me and hang out with me and like let me tell you about my day and you can tell me about your day. I just like I don't need like the Reiki evaluation or
every time
or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
What is it fucking called?
I don't know. Glow
a
over.
Session. A session.
Yeah.
Girl, but I hope you guys are on the mend. I don't know what kind of thing it is, if it's like more of a thing that's ongoing, but we're sending you positive healing vibes.
We're sending you so much love. And not through the power of Reiki.
No, we're sending it through YouTube, through
just our fingers.
We hope you're feeling it. It's Reiki.
It's Reiki.
It's me. I just got certified.
Oh my God,
while we've been doing this, I just got certified.
I can feel it from here.
We're so bad. We're just fully dunking on Reiki.
I'm sorry. I've been through many sessions of Reiki before, and I just like laying there. I'm just like, all right, have we done? Oh, not done. Okay, all right.
All right, here we go. Here's our next email. Hello, gorgeouses. Jackie, you are my favorite Zabrowski.
I'll take it.
And Kara, I absolutely love your advice and especially your parenting perspective. Thank you so much. I'm doing the best I can. Which brings me to the current bitchuation.
Dun, dun, dun.
My husband's brother, Arthur, and his wife, Laura, have 2 children who are 12 and 8.
Okay.
To say my sister-in-law and I have different takes on parenting, my own children are late teens, is an understatement.
Ooh.
Laura says she practices, quote unquote, gentle parenting, but in fact refuses to discipline or correct her children at all. She has forbidden Arthur from disciplining the children as well. As a result, the 12-year-old has been kicked out of multiple schools for behavior issues. Laura frequently asks my in-laws to babysit her kids, but also gives them rules for watching her children, which include not leaving her very small house with the kids at all and not quote unquote, coming down on them, which she interprets as telling them no.
I don't think so.
My in-laws are very sweet people who just want to see their grandkids, but my mother-in-law has complained to me privately that the kids will break things, yell, and generally be terrors the whole time and leaves them exhausted. My in-laws like to get us all together about once a month for a meal and to catch up. Through the grace of edibles, I've been able to get through these get-togethers while Laura's kids interrupt conversations, yell, throw tantrums, terrorize my in-laws' dog, etc. by pretty much ignoring them. Then getting out of there with my husband as soon as possible. Everyone knows if we correct the kids in any way, Laura will throw a fit. So we all deal while Arthur visibly cringes. Until last week, when we went to one of these get-togethers.
Okay.
As I walk up to the door ahead of my husband, the 12-year-old flung the door open, which hit my toe in open-toed shoes, then yelled in my face, "Get in here!" and literally physically pushed my husband and I inside. I kind of caught my husband's eye, but went in and said hello to everyone. Laura and I were sitting next to each other on the couch and chatting when the 12-year-old came up, and as Laura was speaking, put his hands over her face and yelled, "Pay attention to me," at her. Wait, this is the 12-year-old again?
12-year-old?
She laughed and gave him a hug. He then made it a game that every time she was talking to anyone, he would interrupt and yell at her. Then he expanded it to everyone in the room.
Oh my God.
I was asking my mother-in-law a question when he walked by and just yelled as loud as he could at us. Laura also refuses to have the kids sit at a separate table from the adults, which means my in-law's house, my husband and I usually end up sitting across the room on a couch eating alone. At this point, my nerves were fried and I just wanted to get out of there. For reference, it's not that this kid does not get attention. He gets too much attention.
It sounds like it.
Laura was thrilled when he got thrown out of school, her words. So she, quote unquote, had an excuse to homeschool him.
Oh, it's like the Jenny Mullins situation.
I don't know that. Oh, Jason Biggs' wife?
Yeah, or ex now.
Yeah, what?
She wrote this whole Substack about how she doesn't like where her sons talk to girls that are hotter than she is, and how like she's in love with her sons, and then she understands it's all the boy mom stuff. It's all the really, really crazy boy mom stuff. Sorry, I didn't mean to go down that road.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yes.
Okay. Here's the rest of this article. Her 8-year-old is much easier to be around, definitely spoiled, but sweet by nature. My mother-in-law was determined to get a group picture of all of us in her very small house, so we all tried to gather around the couch, but Laura and the 2 kids sat right in the middle so that my husband's elderly grandmother and everyone else had to wedge in around them. There was no room left for my husband and I. When my mother-in-law said she wanted us in the picture too, I said, well, there's just not enough room. Laura looked at me and smiled and said, sit on the floor, while the 12-year-old sat next to her scrolling on his iPad. Internally, I fucking lost it.
I bet.
Between Laura treating my in-laws horribly and the 12-year-old being an increasingly hard kid to even tolerate, I really do not want to be around them anymore, even for a few hours.
No.
Everyone in my husband's family is intimidated by Laura and won't say anything to her, which is fine, I guess, but I also do not want to be there silently seething the whole time.
No.
My husband has talked to his brother privately, and Arthur is frustrated by the whole situation, but told my husband the last time he sternly talked to the 12-year-old for hitting a friend in the face, Laura made him sleep on the couch for a month. I would offer to do get-togethers at our much larger house, but Laura would make excuses not to come, which is fine with me, honestly. And I know my in-laws would feel bad.
Oh my God.
So would I be a bitch to sit out these get-togethers in the future? I asked my husband, who is equally frustrated by the whole thing, and he doesn't mind going alone. But is there any way I could approach this differently? Or do I happily stay at home and smoke a bowl and garden and forget the whole sitch? Thank you, ladies. Absolutely love you, bitch queens. L. Dude, this is fucking crazy. I mean, 12 is too old for this behavior, unless he has a diagnosis, which it doesn't sound like he does, or you would have mentioned it. Your husband, I mean, not your husband, your brother-in-law this marriage is not long for this world.
Can we just say poor Arthur? Can we like get Arthur out of the situation?
I don't know, man. 12 years, Arthur's been letting this shit go down for too long, and I don't think this marriage is going to like...
He had to sleep on the couch for a month because his 12-year-old hit another kid in the face and he couldn't say anything about it?
This kid is acting like a baby, and he's closer to college age than he is to toddler age.
Do you think that this is oppositional defiant disorder?
No.
Like, is that... So that's the whole
And I think a lot of oppositional defiance disorder is actually labeling children in a way
is it real? I was wondering.
I do think it's real. I'm not a psychiatrist, but I've worked with kids that have been labeled that.
Yeah.
And it's like they actually don't have anything inherently wrong with them. They've been extremely traumatized. And I'm not saying that it's something wrong with them. I'm just saying I've seen improvement on it. So I don't think it's something we need to label kids, because if you put that down in a kid's chart a lot of times, that
then they're just a bad
through
kid.
school.
Then they're just a bad kid.
So I'm a little bit like wary of people just like labeling someone that. No, this is a kid that's acting like a brat and his mom is allowing it. Like hitting other kids is not allowed. That is not, you cannot do that. Like if he wants to touch your body as the mom, if he wants to touch your body and do all this stuff, he cannot touch other people's bodies. He cannot do that kind of stuff without consequence or like being educated on it, and the mother's just not willing to do it. And yeah, Arthur's a bitch because he's let his wife dictate the parenting for the whole 12 years and
he's obviously
allowed himself to get punished for general discipline. This is a mess. They need to go to therapy. This child needs help.
But also, Elle, you said I would offer to do get-togethers at our much larger house, but Laura would make excuses not to come, which is fine with me, honestly. done.
Do it. That's
done.
what I'm saying.
And I know you said, I know my in-laws would feel bad, but also it seems like your in-laws are being terrorized as well. And I feel that if you went to your in-laws and said, I'm making a firm stand where we as a family, this is a thing. As a family, oftentimes, and I'm saying this that has a family that also does this, that sometimes we excuse bad behavior and that unfortunately enables it. And right now, you're still going to her house. Laura still gets everything. She still gets all of it. She's not disrespected in her own home, even though she obviously is being disrespected by her own child. But in her brain, that's exactly what she wants. Then she can fucking have it over there.
I'm sorry.
She can have it all the way over there.
The only result of that is that your in-laws feel bad. Your in-laws are also enabling this behavior.
And they know that it's bad.
It is a disservice to this child.
Think about
this
him.
child.
Think about the child.
Getting kicked out of multiple schools. They're going to have to go to college, or maybe they won't go to college, but they have to go out in the world, be part of society.
They have to be a part of a world.
Acting like this, acting like the world revolves around them. Best of luck.
Screaming at people when you're 12
everyone
years
in your
old?
family is enabling this kid, being allowed to do whatever he wants. And honestly, at 12, I don't even know if there's a way to reverse it.
Yeah, it's dangerous. This is dangerous.
I think that you have to say to your in-laws, we will be hosting a get-together at our house. And if Laura and Arthur do want to come one time, they need to know that the rules of your house will be enforced.
Yes.
And those rules are: we speak with indoor voices. We do not physically touch other people's bodies that they don't want to be touched.
We don't scream at other people.
If you think she won't come, great. She needs to start feeling some consequences. This is not a parenting choice. This is actually a lack of a parenting choice.
Yes.
And I'm so annoyed because you're saying the 8-year-old's sweet, but who knows how much time it's going to be before he turns out the same way.
Because he's seeing what gets the 12-year-old attention and what the way. So I feel like oftentimes, with siblings, either the other one will go completely in the opposite direction, or do you think at some point that the 8-year-old will have the flip switch of the 12-year-old gets everything when the 12-year-old's screaming and everything, so I guess I'm just going to act like that too.
Yeah.
I do feel that there's going to be some kind of comeuppance.
She is not teaching her kid how to she's not teaching him general politeness. She's not teaching him respect for his elders.
She was happy when he got kicked out of school so that she could have an excuse to homeschool him. Girl, you're crazy. And this is dangerous. That is no good.
Yeah.
It's no good.
And we have no shade against homeschooling. Many people want to do it, but that's creepy.
That's a weird way to that whole. It's also because really, truly, if you had wanted to homeschool, it's let's get into this for a second. If she had wanted to homeschool, she would have been homeschooling already, right? That this is her excuse to do it. So is this just her way of being able to continue the delulu that she has created for herself? That this is a good thing that her child is acting independently than how other people, because I feel like that's also, as someone that used to, I used to do a lot of substitute teaching and doing summer school teaching and stuff like that. And I feel like there were always, you love to be able to give an excuse and now also be oh, well, I have to do this. I'm sticking up for my child. This is also all about Laura, and I dislike this bitch.
No, she is specifically only going to a place.
I hate Laura.
Yeah.
I hate Laura for doing this to the 12-year-old.
And she's only going to a place for family get-togethers where she knows that she
can get away with
everyone
it.
is too scared to bring up their rules. So now that things are happening at your house, and any of the ones that happen at your in-laws' house, you should, you and your husband should honestly bow out of.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Your in-laws being this sort of sweet and allowing themselves to be walked all over is exactly why their son is allowing himself to be walked over by his wife.
Arthur.
And exactly why this child is feeling okay walking all over everyone.
Yeah.
Because everyone is complicit in the enabling here. And this is really, I want to, I'm shuddering because I've seen kids at parties and stuff where they're I was at a party one time, I think you were probably there. These kids were 10 and 11 maybe, wearing their pajamas at a party. Okay, it's an afternoon party.
Right.
Shoving food into the pockets of their pajamas. walking, acting weird. It's like you gotta socialize your kids. The kids have got to know what they are and are not
to be a part of a society.
To do.
It really, you know, at some point,
I have a 5 and a 7-year-old. I'm constantly going, we're in a restaurant. Do you see them enjoying themselves? What you're doing is taking that away from them. Stop it. Like, I am not a gentle parent, really. Although I guess I do probably subscribe to some gentle parenting things. Like, I try to regulate.
You mean you're respectful to your children? You're respectful with your children.
There are, but like, I also lose my temper and scream sometimes. And I also don't like let them walk all over me. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just...
No, your kids don't run your household. You run your household.
No.
Yeah. That's why I would never describe... But I'm not saying you're a harsh parent either. I really enjoy the way you parent.
Well, thank you. I always really appreciate hearing that.
Very inspirational.
I'm not perfect in any way. But this woman, something is psychologically going on with her.
Yeah.
Where like she is looking at her son in a way of like... a weird partnership or something. Not like romantic. I'm not saying that at all.
No, but
I'm
a substitute.
saying this boy mom shit is so weird. When people are like, when there's this TikTok content that's like, that feel when you realize that someday some dumb bitch is going to come try to marry your little baby boy. It's like, what? What? You don't want love and happiness for your child? It's so weird. Like, it's a weird, like, egocentric thing where you're making it like about yourself because your oldest child or your sons do love their moms in a way. Oscar's very attached to me, and you're like, this love is for me and it's never for anyone else, and I need it. And it's like, it's gross. Like, it's really gross.
It is. The first line of Jenny Mollen's Substack, which is why I brought it up. The first line is, "Call me old-fashioned, but I only want my sons to marry women with dead mothers." That was the beginning of her Substack, talking about how she already is looking at
another mom is not in the picture. Another
correct.
mother-in-law
She never wants to share her boys with another mom ever. She doesn't want to share her boys with women. She doesn't want to share them. They're hers.
That's what I'm saying. That's weird. To treat your kids like possessions.
Ding, ding, ding. It's weird.
So weird. And essentially, Laura is a child going to your in-laws' house and going, this is my toy. Don't play with it. Don't touch it. I'm actually going to wind it up and let it do whatever it wants. And don't you dare interfere. Fuck her.
And
she's a kid.
You don't deserve that shit.
Yeah, she's a child.
Bye.
Please let us know what happens. But
oh my God.
I get it would be easy for you to just sit back and smoke a bowl and garden and never go to another family function. But I do think someone has to say something because it's truly like, I want to say I think it's almost like abusive to like let a kid live like that.
I do feel that. I think it gets to a point that it is. Just really think about how much the 12-year-old is going to continue to flail because of Laura's actions.
Yeah. Okay, on to our next voicemail. A few episodes ago, we had the dog poop incident in Seattle where someone was like worried that whatever.
Went into the coffee shop. Yes.
So I think this inspired a few other dog poop stories. So here's another one.
Thank you for calling Who's the Bitch. Tell us in the voicemail who's the bitch. Beep.
Hey, Jackie and Kara. Longtime listener, Jackie, I've been with you since Roundtable. I met you at the tour with MJ and Holden and Jake.
I bet I love meeting you.
It was awesome, Kara. You're so funny.
Thank you.
I'm obsessed with the show, and I love hearing you guys talk.
Thank you.
Anyway, low sticks situation, kind of related to dog stuff that I thought y'all would find funny.
Ooh.
So a while ago, it's probably like last summer, would take my trash can to the street. For me, it's quite a long ways. I live in the Midwest. So I really just have to hoof these heavy trash cans all the way to the street. I work many jobs. Usually trash day is like my longest work day. So I'm always exhausted. So on occasion, I'm too tired to walk to the street, grab my cans and whatever, and I would leave it until the next morning, in which case I would get it. So a couple times throughout this past summer, I had noticed that when I'd get the cans too late, somebody had often left like an untied dog shit bag with just a fucking huge amount of dog shit, like massive, must be a huge dog. I have no idea. But it'd be like open in my trash can. Flies come out. The trash can reeks because it's like over 100 degrees. So I always actually, at the time, I might be the bitch for doing so, But I just got pissed off and would dump it out of my can and leave it in the middle of the sidewalk for whoever's dogs that it was. So whether or not that bothered other dog people, I guess I could be the bitch, but I feel like that was my property. I don't want this dog shit in my trash can. I don't have time to clean it. I don't have time to pay people to clean it. And I don't want to smell somebody else's reeking dog shit all summer. So that happened like quite a few times to the point where it really started upsetting me. And I'll probably be the bitch for this, but I wrote a note. I was like, I could have foreseen what could come after I wrote this note, but I just couldn't help myself. I put a note and taped it on my thing, my trash can. And I said,
no dog poop.
I did say, please. I said, please stop throwing your dog shit in this can when it's empty. I can totally understand if it was full, but it's always when it's empty, when I leave it out there. And I wrote, like, I work multiple jobs. I don't have a dog.
You shouldn't have to explain this.
Please stop doing this, basically. And so the next time, right after I wrote that note, dog shit appeared in my can again. So I took that. I was really angry for a little while. Then I realized, of course, I probably could have foreseen this coming. But being a little witchy, I decided to say, okay, well, I've made my will known. They still did it.
Yeah.
Kind of shows what kind of person they are. So I did rip off the note. It actually got wet, so it didn't last long. Inside my can, I may or may not have put a little witchy sigil and taped it. So if you were to open the can, you'd see it.
Ooh.
And it might have just been a return to sender kind of thing, returning that energy that they were giving me back. And ever since then, it wasn't anything baneful, just returning their own energy. And I haven't seen dog shit since.
Whoa.
And I'm still on the lookout for it. And I try not to leave my can out too long for fear of that happening again. But I might be the bitch, but I couldn't be bothered. I thought the whole situation ended in a funny way.
Hell
so anyway,
yeah.
Thanks, guys. Love your podcast. Just wanted to add on to the dog conversation.
I love this.
Well, I was wondering, because this brings up a whole thing that I've seen online before about people arguing about can you put poop in people's like personal cans?
Right.
And some people will be like, it's they're the city gives you those cans or whatever. And like, it depends where you live, I guess. Like we live in LA proper.
Yes.
I pay a sanitation charge every month.
Right.
Like, and that involves my garbage getting taken away. And according to online, some stuff I'm finding is that in some governments, like local governments, it is illegal to put your dog poop in someone else's trash because it's theft of services. You're paying for this and you're like, stealing a service that someone else is paying for. But
I also really appreciate that you already wrote the note and already tried that because, of course, that was going to be my first thought. But I like that you wrote that you'd already tried the note. And you
tried the note, it didn't work, and you resorted to witchcraft, and I think that's great.
I think it's perfect.
I think you're a perfect bitchy witch.
I think you are our exact bitchy witch, especially with us even talking about like the woo-woo stuff and everything and how I feel. I completely feel I agree with you in sending back
We
what
don't
people
believe
give
in
out.
Reiki, but we do believe in cursing people who leave shit in your garbage.
I do believe in...
And what can I say? We contain multitudes, right?
Yes, we really do, because I do believe in the idea of capturing what someone, like the bad intention someone is giving to you and throwing it right back at them, because that's not you putting any ill will out into the world. That, like you said, is them just getting their own ill will right back. So the fact that they haven't come back, I love this for you. And also, as someone that used to watch, oh my gosh, when I used to watch Eddie's big boy Rambo, I tell you, when he first adopted Rambo, and I would have to go walk Rambo because he was a big dog, and that boy loved to only take the hugest shits, like monster dumps. And what he would do is he would crawl up, and anytime he would find like a big aloe plant or something that has like a center of in the middle, he would shit right in the middle of the plant. And then I would have to, like, I would try to get him to not shit in the plant.
God.
I would try to get, and then but that was only where he would want to shit.
This.
And then I'd have to, like, get in there with multiple bags and try to, like, pull, and, like, so that's the level of amount, because, and also larger, like, a dinosaur's sized amount of poop. Like, it wasn't like a human poop. It's so much more.
We gotta move on from that.
Hey, you can't? Oh,
I can't listen to the big Rambo shit story any longer.
You can't talk about this any longer, but I'm saying I did what I could. And even then, you know, it was one of those things that, like, I wanted to leave notes being like, I'm sorry, there's shit in the middle of your plant.
Is doing they're putting it in your thing. They're also not tying it
they're
up.
Not tying it, which
like they obviously are shitty and not respectful. But I think in general, I see people do that on my cans all the time. And I'm like, I do get annoyed because I'm like, I don't have a dog. Why should I smell dog shit when I go to take my garbage out? Because my cans sit behind my house. So anybody walking by my house can just go, they're in a public alley, but they're on my property.
I will throw it out there though, as someone that I watch a lot, because I don't have a dog, I end up, and because I don't have children, I'm the one that ends up watching a lot of our friends' dogs. And so when I'm walking them, if I need to throw out a poop, that if I don't take it back to the home to throw it out in the owner's stump, like if I'm far away, I will look for a trash can that has trash in it. Because if it's out on the street, it's about to be picked up. And in my brain, that's fine. If there's trash in it and the trash is about to be picked up, but I'm not like going into someone's property. Like I'm not like seeking out other people's, but I feel like that's the only way in which this is okay.
Yeah. And then you should try to find a public dumpster or a public can. Like you should, there's public garbages
I have
all over the place.
Dumpster at my my complex has a big dumpster. So like, I wouldn't give a fuck. Put the shit in the dumpster. It doesn't affect my life.
It's like when it's ours and like we go out to like throw our garbage out and I open it up and I just get hit with that wall of dog shit. Like I don't have a dog. I used to put a fucking huge sleeve of shitty diapers in there. That's my garbage. That's what I get to put in it, you know? Like now I just don't, I don't like it, but I'm not a dog owner. And I understand.
would be so mad after putting the note on and then seeing the shit in there. I would have been so mad.
I know, and you know me. You know us on this podcast. We're note advocates.
We love a note.
We're note advocates. I gave you guys an update that my note worked out great.
Yes.
With my car thing. She is not parking in front of my house again.
Yes.
All right. We have time for one more quickie, Jackie.
Okay.
And you're going to be reading it.
Well, first I need
but also, thank you so much for rating him with your witchiness. And please let us know any other curses, sigils, spells, anything else that you bitchlings are casting upon the bitches in your life.
Indoor witchy summer.
You've got.
I have a bitchlet for you beautiful ladies. Me and my fiance are getting married on Friday the 13th in November. Congratulations. I love Friday the 13th. Oh, especially in November. That sounds awesome. We are both goth/alt and non-religious. We're getting married in a historical mansion, and the decor and flowers will be very moody and goth. He comes from a family of Catholics. Oh, his family is already upset with the fact that we are not getting married in a church. We want a non-denominational wedding ceremony with a hand-fasting ritual. His mom is very worried about our ceremony being too mystical and told us that their family is being respectful of our non-religious beliefs, but we also have to be respectful to theirs. Thoughts? Follow-up message. I just want to say fuck it and ask, what do I have to do to get you guys to officiate our wedding? I love this. I'm throwing it out there. I didn't get officially ordained. I have officiated a couple of weddings.
I'm ordained.
And this works out great for us.
Universal Church, Life Church, or whatever it is.
Flies out there, you know?
I've done too. Here's the thing. What are they talking about? Your wedding is a celebration of your love with your partner, and you two get to decide every single thing that happens at it.
Also, I guess my question for you is, what does it mean to his family that you be respectful of theirs?
Yes.
And I ask this as someone that also had a goth wedding, that also had people at the wedding that, like, I remember because we paid for our wedding. So I was like, I don't give a fuck what anybody has to say about anything. But I was in the terms of respect, though, like when it comes to like the grandparents, when it comes to older people, we did keep some of the more, I'm going to say rock and roll sides of our Satanist beliefs. We kept out of it just because for us, and we saw it in the way of, we were doing it for us and not honestly respecting other people. It was more so that I didn't want anyone being like like if we bring up the devil or if we bring up Satan, like I didn't want that looking back at me. So it was more for me that I didn't want to deal with it, that I was still able to include all of the theories and what we wanted and what it was important for us in our ritual. And so I made sure that all of the parts of the ritual that you want involved are taken care of, and that everything and other things can be judged. Like, again, you don't want me to say the word Satan. I understand. I won't. You know what I mean? What are there? But
I guess, but also I think it's being respectful to give them a full picture of what this wedding is going to look like. That's respectful.
You're right.
I got married at my summer camp, right? I had some religious members of my family come. They had no problem with that. If I was going to do something that I thought would offend them, I would have written them like an email or a note going, hey, I just want to let you know that there's going to be this kind of ritual at my wedding. And I know that you deeply believe in Jesus. And so I just wanted to let you know that that's happening in case you would like to opt out or not come.
Right.
That's it. Giving a heads up is being respectful.
Very
Changing,
much.
I think, your wedding, if you're paying for it and it's your vision, I don't think you got to do that.
Yeah, I completely understand.
And if you really didn't want, I mean, it sounds like if you did it, you probably didn't need to bring up Satan for yours.
No.
But if you really wanted to, I would say don't kowtow to like some religious people that are in your family, because that's not what the day is about. And I think that's what a lot of people in families don't remember.
They don't remember.
That the day is not for them. The day is not for Jesus. The day is for person A and person B.
But here's the thing. You say that, but a lot of people don't think that like weddings are for the people getting married.
Yeah.
Like I truly
my mother
feel
was one of them.
A lot of the old guard feels that that it's like, no, the wedding is for the family. Like, but it's not.
I wanted to do a couple of things that were different. Like I wanted to get wear not white. And my husband was like, we're already getting married at your camp. It's just kind of non-traditional. Could you just wear white? And I was like, you know what? If it means that much to you, sure. For him.
Right.
If my mom had been like, you gotta wear white, Kara, I would have been like, no, I don't.
Peace.
And bye. You know?
And that's why I really enjoyed, it's like I went to my mom and told her that I wasn't wearing white, and I let her know that. And really with my mom and my mom's religious beliefs, like she's definitely more of like a mystical person, but which I understood, but she was like, you're not going to be like, God doesn't exist. You're not straight.
Right.
I'm like,
it's
no,
also
I'm
like,
not.
Yeah, it's also like they don't even know what they're scared about happening.
What do you think is going to happen? They hear hand fasting ritual, which is literally the holding of hands and the uniting of it. It's like
wrapping.
That's not like, it's like, oh, I don't
There's
get it.
all
you know
kinds
what I mean?
of little rituals, lighting candles, pouring sand, two things of sand into one thing of sand. There's a million little rituals that you could do at these things. And I just think that I don't understand how they're being respectful of your non-religious beliefs and they have to be respectful of your, yes, in life, sure, there has to be a mutual respect, but at your wedding, which is your event to get married to your partner, they can come or they cannot come.
Yep.
And that's that.
It's optional.
You know?
And I do.
You're going to do what you want to do. You're not going to be like, but yeah, also I think
historical mansion invite. Okay, all right, we'll officiate the wedding.
Yeah,
we've said yes. I want to go to the historical.
Where is it? Where are we going?
Don't worry, I've already said yes.
Where are you luring us?
It's fine. It's a historical mansion.
Can we wear these caftans while we marry you?
Oh my God, we would look so. We will be actively drunk on buzzballs, but we will do a great job.
With this buzzball, Ivy Webb.
Ivy Webb.
Oh, we have to get you the ring. We got to get you the ring from the buzzballs.
Yeah, we got.
God. I just think that it's like so weird that they definitely think that you guys are going to have whatever their version of a priest is. You're going to have someone up there going, and in Satan's name we all must pray.
Like
it's
Ghost from the band Ghost. Yeah, like Papa Demeritus.
It's non-denominational.
You know? Which also though.
Yeah.
would be awesome. But because
maybe it will be better if you just explained a little bit more about what's going to be happening.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
And, I think that like the more my mom found out and the more my mom has understood that like the idea of it's like specifically like with the kind of rituals we were doing, like we have humanist beliefs, like, and that is a lot of where it's like we believe in the power of human beings. And that is a lot of what Satanistic principles are. And the more that I talked to my mom, honestly, we had then great conversations about where all of this came from and how like some of like how we believe, which we believe in the good of people, just like my mom believes. And like it's talking about that and starting, honestly, it could start really cool conversations where now my mom understands us in a way that I never expected her to, that I never thought that she would want. And then she found out that more of the principles are all just
because
positive.
I think that people just know their own religion a lot of the time.
Yes.
And so they're like, well,
and they're scared.
They're going to have their version of this. And the Satanist version of this is that we pray to Satan and we love Satan, which I don't think
again,
it is.
You're not even saying that you're having a Satanist wedding, but it's like,
right.
Like you're just doing like a goth alt wedding, but still it is, I was adding my own bullshit into it.
You're not even saying you're having a Satanist wedding. So it's like, just tell them. Tell them like the gist, be like, listen, it's just not religious. There's going to be a hand fasting ceremony. I'm probably wearing black. I just want to prepare you for what's happening. That's it. Whatever you're wearing. I don't know what you're wearing.
Asking their permission. You're just letting them know.
You're just letting them know. And I think that's being respectful of someone's religious beliefs, is this is what's going to be happening. If you cannot attend a ceremony where that happens, you're welcome to not attend.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, congratulations. So Friday the 13th in November.
Gorgeous. Love Friday the 13th in November.
Friday the 13th. Oh. Unless you're in LA where it could be boiling hot. And wouldn't Satan love that? No, I'm just kidding. You're not having a Satanist wedding. Thank you so much to everybody who messaged us, who wrote in, called in. We love hearing from all of you.
We do.
You can always go to who'sthebitch.com to submit via email, voicemail. Again, a reminder to keep those voicemails to 5 minutes if you can. And yeah, make sure to give us the details. Sometimes we're getting good submissions, but the story's not really making a ton of sense. I don't really understand how one thing happened, another thing happened. So just make sure you give us enough details that we can make
that we can suss it out.
We can't weigh in bitch court without the bitch evidence.
You're
you know what I'm saying?
We need it. And we need all y'all to keep listening every week. Thank you so much for joining us every week and sending in all of your bitchuations to who'sthebitch.com. Come get at us. And this is our last in person for a minute because Kara's going to be...
I'll be away. Your next few episodes that you're going to watch on YouTube is going to be us digitally. But if you're a listener of just the audio, then nothing will change for you.
Nothing will change.
Nothing ever changes. But I'll leave a review for us if you feel like it. Please. Tell a friend. We'd love to spread the bitchy word.
Yes.
This is our religion.
Yes, we all have
gospel.
to up that bitch, all right? We're all doing it for each other. We're all doing it with each other. We love you guys so much. We'll be back next week, and we hope it's not too bitchy in the meantime.
Stay bitchy.
Bye, everybody.